just saying they should make a sling to cradle your balls so they don't hit the water when you're taking a shit. I mean, I don't understand why that doesn't exist.
Should it come on the toilet?
No, I don't know.
Like a little,
it's just like an apparatus that you'd put on.
Gotcha.
You know, not like you're putting on underwear or something like, you know, it's maybe just, you know, like a surgical thing that you put over the toilet so you sit and it cradles the balls. You could use it for other things too, you know.
Yeah. Must be a big problem. I don't have that problem.
You don't have low-hanging fruit?
I do not. No. My fruit are
up high
ripe?
and tight.
Ripe still? They're not ready to go,
They're
I
not
guess.
lengthy?
No.
Never had the length?
No. Only when it's hot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's, it gets a little stretchy.
Yeah. Like taffy.
I feel like I've added a couple inches. Why is that the only thing that's stretched out? I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Welcome into Wideside Sports. If, you know, somebody out there is an inventor or engineer, that
there you go.
Feel free to have that idea.
Yep.
Try make a mint.
Probably. I don't know. What would you call it?
Nut cradle.
Nut cradle. Not bad. Not bad.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah,
that ain't
not bad at all. Yeah. I was thinking ball sling.
Ball sling.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a big deal if you're at your house and your balls hit the water. What if you're out in public?
Yeah, that's gross.
I mean,
public water on your testicles?
Yeah. You can't have that, especially in this day and age.
This day and age where get your ball sack in the corona.
How sick's that girl gonna get if you accidentally dipped your balls?
Mm-hmm.
See where I was going there?
Yeah.
It's a filthy tea bag is what they call that.
The Mexican bird bath.
The gentleman's. I don't know where I was going with that. The gentleman's.
The gentleman's something.
The gentleman's sickness passing. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I did hear, we talked last week about Rogan's deal.
Yeah.
Rumor is that it's not a 2-year deal, it's a 3-year deal.
Oh.
And for quite a bit more money than's been thrown out there.
Well, I saw like $100 million or something.
For 2 years.
For 2 years, yeah.
I've heard it's 3 years.
Oh, okay.
And it's way more than $100 million.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
wonderful.
It's the biggest show in the world.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's best in the business. So, I mean
you look at like, I think Sirius or whatever pays Howard Stern like $80 million a year.
Yeah.
And Rogan has more listeners than Howard Stern does.
Yeah.
So.
What does he even talk about? I've never heard Howard Stern.
I don't know. I've never been a Howard.
I don't know what he does.
I didn't grow up. He was the shock jock. When he was on terrestrial radio. He pushed the envelope back in the era where you couldn't say shit.
Oh, I mean, I got you.
Anything, and he just,
Yeah, would just say whatever he wanted, and that's how he got us.
Yeah. And I think it's changed. Like, I've seen some clips of his show now, like when he, like the Tom Brady thing.
Yeah.
Like when he does he does a lot of prep work. He's really good at interviews.
Oh, okay.
But his fame came from
saying whatever he wanted.
Yeah, having like strippers in the studio and stuff and giving away boob jobs.
All
and
right,
that was kind of his. He kind of, the way you hear radio shows now, like the goofball kind of.
Yeah.
He's kind of the inventor of that.
Gotcha.
From my understanding.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, he's probably earned everything that he's going to get. I mean, he's wonderful at it.
That was always a weird thing too, because because Howard Stern would always talk about that with, they got on the subject apparently about how big Rogan's podcast was.
Yeah.
And like Howard Stern was just like shitting on it of like, well, it's not radio. It's not,
it's
podcast. It's like a little play toy.
Yeah.
Of like, well, dude, you're not on radio either.
Yeah. You're on
a paywall with Sirius. You basically put out a podcast that people have to pay for.
Yeah. It's literally the same thing. I can't listen to you on my radio.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've just never, he's done some funny stuff, but it's like, at my age in that era of, it's kind of funny.
He looks annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like his, I don't know, like the, you know what I'm saying?
Curly hair and stuff.
You just look, you look like I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
You probably wouldn't.
Yeah. I remember him being like, seeing clips and stuff like when he was on like America's Got Talent or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, you were annoying to me. Like I don't want to listen to you talk.
Yeah, I've never been a fan. I can't, as far as radio-wise goes, Dan Patrick and stuff. Yeah. Sports talk, that's a different animal.
Kind of radio,
but just like me listening to people of okay, I don't.
Yeah,
your stuff's really not that funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're trying to do a comedy bits that you can't use any language.
Yeah,
and you get too many commercials, and they really at the point just piss me off.
Yeah,
because on my way to work, I kind of just want to hear some music. I don't really want to hear you.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah.
I listen to the radio to hear music. If I want to listen to talking, I'd put it on a sports talk show.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, where they actually talk about shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now.
No, it's
Maybe
rough.
listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
Like Wideside Sports.
Like Wideside Sports. Yeah, it's not
Follow
bad.
us on Instagram,
Yeah, and Twitter.
Yeah, Facebook,
Yeah, something. God.
Spotify. Start killing it on Spotify. See if we can get noticed and tell everybody, all your friends, to start downloading our stuff on Spotify.
I will take 2% of Rogan's deal.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Did you watch the match 2?
I watched some of it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I was doing something on Sunday, but the banter and the shit talking that was going on between the two of them was fantastic.
Yeah. I
Loved
thought it was a home run.
Yeah.
Because the last time when it was just Tiger and Phil, it was straight garbage. But this time, I think, the Charles Barkley, and when Justin Thomas called him a fat ass.
It was awesome.
I mean, that was like...
it was awesome. Well, when Tom hits that shot and says, "Suck it, Barkley," like, that's great.
Yeah, suck on that.
Suck on that.
Yeah, that was... and it was perfect with the golf carts.
Yeah.
Because the last weekend, like, they were walking in that Skins game or whatever. But the golf cart thing with the cameras, and then... And Phil Mickelson just breaking down that chip shot. I don't know if you've seen that, where he's like, well, the ball's going to skid because it's wet, and it's not going to bite. So this is dark grass. So that means the grain's into me. So I want to land it there, take some speed off. Then it'll check a little on the green, and then just roll next to the hole.
Oh, man.
And then he did it.
Yeah.
And it did exactly that.
Fucking call it a shot.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything with Peyton is probably going to be good.
Yeah.
He just has that personality to where he's already kind of funny, and he kind of just says, you know what I'm saying? He is one of the only people that can probably say some of the shit he says and nobody's mad at him.
Right.
Because they know it's Peyton, And that was,
because Tom was kind of quiet till he knocked that ball in the hole.
Yeah.
But he's playing bad.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking about it, going, well, two of the guys, they're like their job is golf.
Yeah, and then Peyton's been retired.
And Peyton's retired. Yeah. And Tom's on a new team trying to learn a playbook. I'm guessing he hadn't been hitting balls.
Yeah.
I mean, now is he an 8 handicap? I mean, pull a driver out, man.
Yeah.
Pull a driver. Don't be a pussy with a 3-wood all the time. Pull a driver out.
Yeah.
But Tiger had some, his was more quiet, like his shit talking had some little jabs in there, and if you wasn't paying attention, you didn't catch it.
There was a couple ones to Tom that were
that one where he's like, that'd be in the fairway.
Yeah,
on 7.
Yeah, yeah, shit like that is funny. I mean, it's
the bad thing is like Tiger and Peyton dominated the match.
Yeah.
But Phil and Tom should have won. Yeah. Going down the end. They just missed some putts. They make those putts and they win.
Yeah. Which, did Phil win the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiger looked good. Yeah. Like, uh-oh. Well, he going to win some tournaments because his biggest problem has always been spraying the ball out of the fairways.
Yeah.
And he hit almost all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one when he hit that tee shot, he's like, oh, that sucks. I mean, man, right down the middle of the fairway. That one when Phil drove that green, did you see that when they made eagle?
Mm-mm.
It's a blind shot. He's got to hit a Phil Mickelson bomb over these trees. And I mean, he murders it. And they talked about like the tallest tree. If you're just right of that, that's where the green is.
Okay.
And he hits it, and they got a shot tracker, and it's dead nuts perfect. Dead nuts. And because he can't see it, he goes, I might have hit that too far, but I put some check on it, so it should check down. And he says that, and then they scan, they bring up the green, and the ball comes in, lands like 3 feet behind the cup.
And then checks back on it.
Checks a little bit and ends up in the fringe like, I know that was complete bullshit that he said that, but that's
worked.
what happened.
It worked.
I mean,
That's
called
funny.
your shot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was, I think the Charles, and because the back nine got better when they got into alternate shot.
Yeah.
And you got to, like, Tom and those, like, they don't know Charles.
No.
You know?
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it takes a little bit for that to get.
Yeah. But anytime you have Charles commentating on something, it's got to be funny because he's just an idiot, you know, and he's good at that stuff. That's Charles that I want to listen to.
Yeah. Now, the one would be, you know, obviously the weather was a problem, and, you know, I 100% think they should do that again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, it'll be next year.
Yeah.
But now, you know, when everything's kind of back to normal and if the weather's not shitty for him,
Yeah.
I think Charles needs to kind of have the Justin Thomas job and be in a golf cart and just driving around, fucking around with him.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, I think that's where it's.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, when he's like, when Justin Thomas just goes, Charles, I'd like to see your fat ass try to dunk a basketball right now. I mean, that was like, and then it kind of came out like, they really don't know each other.
No.
I mean, like, they just met. Like, ooh, taking a shot.
That's funny, though.
The ground mound, what is it? Ground round of rebound or whatever the hell they call it.
Round mound rebound.
Round mound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round mound rebounder.
He's one too. I think a lot of people forget how good he was at basketball.
Yeah.
Because you're just used to him of like, oh, this guy's got a shitty golf swing and everybody calls him fat and he gambles a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he's pretty good.
He was super good at basketball.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, probably the best, shortest, you know, center there was at his size. I mean, he's only like 6'5" or something like that, 6'6".
Yeah, but just, you know.
Strong. And
he kind of had that, like that, he was Shaq before Shaq.
Kind of, yeah.
Where he wasn't tall. Oh, now, obviously, Shaq's tall. But he was thick and strong enough that he could just bang it down.
Yeah.
And that's kind of Shaq's career. It's just, oh, well, I'm going to catch it, and I'm just going to dribble and walk backwards, and good luck.
Good luck stopping me, because I'm huge.
Then I'm going to turn around and dunk it.
One of my favorite Shaq is when he spins, dunks on the dude from the Knicks, and does like the worm, and then pushes the guy down, and then the guy gets up and throws the ball at him. Like that's my favorite Shaq play ever.
Yeah.
Any highlight, that should be his best highlight.
I want to say, like, how many punches has Shaq thrown in the NBA and is never connected?
Yeah.
Like, he's thrown a lot of punches at guys. I don't think he ever hit anybody.
No,
it was like, boy, if you get hit by him, like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't know how to punch.
Yes,
I mean, he's never hit anybody.
No, he can't aim worth fuck.
That is a bad thing when you say that back in the 90s, like before like the UFC was big.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see like these scuffles break out in sports now.
Yeah.
And go, there's a bunch of guys who can't fucking fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've watched people who can fight.
Yeah.
But so while that was the Kansas basketball game where they kind of had that melee.
Yeah.
And I was watching, I think it was Chael Sonnen. And he's a UFC guy and he does a lot of breakdowns and stuff. And he's like, you know, the only thing it proved is that these guys may be athletes, but ain't none of them know how to fight. and all those guys thinking about how hardcore they are, and I'll fuck them up.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you don't know how to do it.
Mm-mm. Like when I think of the best non-UFC sports fighting, I instantly go to one, the fucking Ron Artest.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that one.
When he went up to beat the shit out of the guy that didn't do it.
Yeah, that didn't do it. Number two is I think of Andre Johnson and Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones where I go to because Andre Johnson just beat the fuck out of him. Landed 2 or 3 shots in the face. Sutton goes down in like downward dog, and then Andre Johnson just keeps fucking getting him. Other than that, obviously there's baseball ones, but nobody ever gets
the best baseball one of all time. It did jack shit, but it looks so cool as the Nolan Ryan one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, got him in a headlock, started punching him. It's like, well, he's punching him on top of the head.
Yeah.
So he's not really doing anything. Actually, he's probably hurting his hand more.
Yeah. Who was it? The dude from the Rangers and the shit, I forget their names. It was a few years ago, but they connected a couple times, and it was pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, that the Reds and the Cardinals won. About
where the dude comes from the dugout,
where it all clears, and they're behind home plate.
Yeah,
and I think it's Carrasco is like up against and he's like kicking.
Yeah.
And he kicked the Cardinals catcher in the head, gave him a concussion. I'm not so sure he played again for the rest of the year.
Oh, really?
Like, it was one of those concussions where he just couldn't get over it.
Wow.
But that was I'm not so sure that wasn't the first inning.
Baseball fights can get. It was Jose Bautista and Ruffin Odor or something. I don't want to listen to you. I'm just trying to watch the fucker knock him out. But it was good. I mean, they connect. Each of them, I think, popped each other good.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like at second base or something like that.
Yeah.
They just fucking start going at it. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was now the one at a game I've never seen. I've seen some benches come out, but they just kind of come bump chests and stuff. But the one I've seen one time was a charge in the mound. It was Adam Dunn.
Oh, okay.
Who's like
Huge.
6'6" and huge, and he got hit. Yeah, okay, no big deal. And then the next time he got buzzed up top, and he's charging the mound. And, like, he's 6'6", the pitcher's like 5'10". Like, this is going to be a problem. And as he's getting to the pitcher's mound, the catcher dives and clips his back foot to where it gets behind, you trips yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the catcher full out dives and swings and clips Adam Dunn's back leg.
Yeah.
And he trips him before he gets there. I'm like, that pitcher's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I might have just fucked up.
I fucked up. Or I don't know who it was, but it's on like, you look up like baseball fights.
Yeah.
And the dude batting, is pissed. He's getting ready to charge the mound. Fucking like side kicks the catcher in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And then charges the mound.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. And then goes after him.
90% of the time, the catcher stops it.
Yeah,
He's able to
exactly.
get him from behind.
Yeah. But boom, kicks him and then goes out for the mound. I don't know who it was, but I just, it's funny
I want to
shit.
see somebody charge the mound and end it with like that Jorge Masvidal flying knee to Ben Askren.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. We're gonna have to put you away.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go someplace.
Or you can go into football where a guy rips a guy's helmet off and tries to kill him.
Yeah, that could be it too.
That was a funny thing because I don't know if you've seen that tweet with Odell Beckham.
I did.
About making mistakes. He's like, well, I slapped a guy on the ass and they charged me with assault. You didn't get charged with anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. But you remember, we talked about it at the time, how fast everybody, nobody thinks about Myles Garrett anymore.
No.
Trying to murder somebody.
Yeah. Nobody thinks about that at all. And it's, honestly, he probably obviously just made a mistake.
Oh, yeah. They say he's a nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy. He's a fucking paleontologist. Legally.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
He's a dinosaur guy.
Oh. Legally? You got to have fucking legal?
I mean, like...
Professionally,
legally, whatever.
I mean, you can look up dinosaur stuff, and I've done it before, and nobody knocked on my door.
Well,
hey, motherfucker.
They should have. Are you doing this illegally?
You got a degree to look this up?
Yeah.
You just can't use Google all willy-nilly. You better have a degree.
I fucked up, okay?
Yeah.
God.
Dinosaurs may have had feathers. I read that article.
Dinosaurs are chickens.
Yeah, basically. Birds, mostly.
Yeah. Pterodactyl.
It'd be funny if all these bones were just like the biggest practical joke ever.
Yeah.
Like they just made it all up and they have actual dinosaur bones and it was like the biggest one was like the size of a chicken.
Yeah.
It's like, they were just, it's like a bunch of rats.
Yeah.
They weren't feeling anything.
Yeah. Yeah, they would be funny.
Well, we'll segue back into the baseball wise of doesn't seem like there's going to be a baseball season.
No, they can't agree on shit.
And it's not even close. Originally, kind of the thought process was they're going to play 81 games.
Yeah.
Half a season. Players would get half their pay.
Yeah.
Well, then the owners came back with, well, we're not selling tickets. So no concessions. So no, hey, I can't pay you that if we don't have it. So we'll just do a revenue split of, basically TV deals.
Yeah.
I mean, so then the MLB posted that number, what it would be.
Yeah.
And you didn't see the breakdown of it?
I did not see the breakdown of it. No, I knew they posted it because I obviously get all the updates and shit when they post stuff. But
yeah. It's the league minimum is $563,000.
Okay.
Which is like 40 40% of the league makes less than $1 million.
Yeah.
So, but we'll give the breakdown of. I'll just read them off to you. So if you make league minimum, your proposed instead of 563 would be 262.
Okay.
For half a season.
Half a season. Yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Because it's half.
Half. Yeah.
You still got to pay taxes, but and that's enough money that puts you into the high tax bracket. So you can get that lopped off plus your agent. If you make $1 million, it's 434.
Okay.
So now you're over half.
Now you're over half.
And it gets worse. $2 million, 760 or 736.
Wow. So obviously the more money you make, they're taking off more.
$5 million, if that's your full year.
But $1.5 million.
The proposal is 2.9.
Ooh.
Or no, I'm sorry, 1.6.
Okay.
2.9 is if you make $10 million a year.
Oh my God. So
now but here it's going to get in that same thing like where the NFL did, like the bulk of people make.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll just skip ahead to like some of the pitchers and the big contracts that are signed. So if you make $35 million a year, that's a handful of people.
Yeah.
7.8. So, and you like these are guys holding out. For, no, I need 40. So if you and on $25 million a year, you make 6 of like that. I mean, that's now 6, you got to pay taxes. So you can make 3.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's
God damn, they're getting we're probably not having a baseball season.
I mean, you might have unless they do some scabs.
Yeah. Little lockout there, yeah, it could be.
Because it was I think they said if they just did half pay, like strictly half pay, the owners would lose more money having the season than if they just didn't have it. Which makes sense. I mean,
either that or
you got billionaires fighting with millionaires. And guess what? It's always going to go this way. Always going to go with the general public is always going to side with the owners.
Yeah.
They never side with the players.
They never side with the players because they don't think they should be making that much money.
You're playing
anyway.
a game. You shouldn't be making that anyway.
Exactly.
You're just playing a game. I'm like,
they're fucking
what
jobs.
Does that matter?
What's it matter?
You weren't good enough to play.
Exactly. Could be mad.
You were okay in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, it always shocks me about when people say that. It's like, and I stopped with that a long time ago because you just look at it as they're entertainers. Like you go watch, an Avengers movie or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, are you pissed off if Robert Downey made $20 million?
Yeah, to act and not
for that
put
movie?
to not put his body through hell.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you're
a lot
not
of
mad.
CGI shit.
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, you're not mad at that.
Nope.
No.
Leo, if he does whatever fucked up movie he's doing, but
he's awesome.
Had some good ones.
Yeah.
I made $25 million for that film. Nobody cares.
No.
You make $25 million to play baseball or
they
any
hate
other
you.
sport?
People hate you.
Nah, you're loser. You should be doing that for free. It's a kid's game.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But why do you guys not care about the billionaires?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
But
you're right though. It's crazy how the general public will always side with
billionaires,
and they typically hate billionaires.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you're gonna like you realize like this guy writes the checks for these guys, right?
Yeah,
and like
selfish players not wanting to play.
And I get, and it's gonna look bad. So if they hold out and. I mean, I don't know how they strike this deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't seem like there's any chance.
They're just going to not have the season.
But everybody's going to shit on them.
Yeah.
Shit on the players. So like, but you don't know.
No.
I mean, if you're one of those guys, now you're making, say you're making league men.
Yeah.
So now you're down to 262. You're on a borderline of you got 81 games. What if you don't hit a groove and you're hitting 250 of like your career's over?
Pretty much.
You played a half a season in this kind of makeshift thing.
Yeah.
And you just got fucking cut.
Yep.
Because
you had a shitty year.
You had a shitty year. Or you had a shitty 3 weeks coming out of camp.
Yeah, and you get freaking designated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they already canceled those seasons, so you're done.
You're done.
You just get cut.
Yeah.
I mean, it just and plus, pitcher wise, because they're the big money makers of like you just don't know. You don't know how many throws you got.
No.
You just don't.
No. I mean,
I don't blame them. when you really break it down and go, well, I was supposed to make $35 million, and half of that, nope, not even I'm making a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a quarter.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I do too. I mean, it's especially when you're used to having the money you make.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the big name guys, Stanton and Trout and Harper, all those guys who are making that much money.
Right.
They're used to making that much money. They wouldn't know what to do if you cut it by 3/4 or, a half or anything like that.
Yeah, because $25 million a year player has $25 million a year expenses.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, dumb on their part, but
super
that's
dumb
the
on
way
their part.
Everybody lives that way.
Yeah.
But that just, I just always thought it was weird. And I think, and I'm not a huge Cowherd fan, but this was years ago when A-Rod signed the biggest,
yeah.
Think about that. $25 million a year
was the biggest contract.
Within 10 years ago was the biggest contract ever. And everybody was calling in bitching about that, how he shouldn't make that. It's a kid's game.
Yeah.
And Cowherd goes, you ever play the Mega Millions? The guy's like, yeah. He goes, so if your ticket was a winner, would you cash it? The guy's like, well, yeah. He goes, so it's okay for you to make $100 million, just not him. The guy's like,
yeah, exactly.
He had a lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
He cashed it
in. Exactly.
Don't watch.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's their money comes off TV deals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody's like, well, the tickets and stuff. Yeah, that's a bit.
Yeah.
The TV deals where the money is. I mean, so don't watch.
Yeah.
Which most people aren't.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to open up the season. I heard that joke of, well, baseball is going to, if they vote to pass it, they're going to open up the season with no fans, which is no different than normal.
Yeah. It is shocking. Well, I'm not surprised by that because they play during the week. You know what I mean?
They play 162
exactly.
games.
You're not going to sell out every fucking game.
Well, the worst thing that could happen is, say if they, by a miracle, they strike a deal.
Yeah.
And, the fan thing, most people watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those stadiums aren't full. But what if it's super interesting at 81 games?
Exactly.
And it's like, oh my God, this condensed of like shits in play.
Yeah.
You on a 5-game losing streak. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you may be out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and then they go, oh shit, maybe this is the way to do it. Because they're on their way. I mean, and baseball is like, I'm a baseball guy. That's my favorite sport.
Mm-hmm.
But, obviously I love football, but I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Of like, they're already, for the most part, irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
And they won't change anything.
No, they're the most old school because it's the pastime.
Hey, we need to, the game's too long. Well, we need to do some things to make it shorter. Well, then they got fucking longer.
They did.
Of like,
they did. Yeah.
You guys tried to, you're making them longer.
It pisses me off to watch a baseball game, and I usually watch the playoffs.
Yeah.
I like to watch the playoffs. It's fun. When I get a hit, all right? I get a single, I run to first base. Now I get 30 seconds to take off all my shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
If you want to wear the shit when you bat, wear it when you run.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to wear it when you run, don't wear it when you bat.
And it's just because it's a game designed for, obviously it came from, hey, there wasn't any content back then.
Yeah.
You watch baseball. You went to the game. Well, you went to the game or you listened to it on radio.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of options out there. Like, you guys need to change with the times.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and people call it boring. I have a hard time watching it on TV. I love to go to the park.
That might, the one, as far as, I've never been to an NFL game, but I've been to Ohio State games and stuff. So, atmosphere-wise, same, same deal.
It's completely different with NFL and with the football game and a baseball game.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to be at the game and then to be at home watching it, I get the same thrive, I guess you want to call it.
I prefer football on TV. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be at a baseball game,
exactly.
I sure as shit won't watch hockey on TV.
No.
Hockey games are awesome.
They're fun to go to. I've only been to one, but it was fun.
You just never they can't transmit it on TV.
Yeah.
How? Okay. Oh, this is a rink full of middle linebackers.
Yeah.
that are crazy fast and somehow stop and then start going backwards and
or passing a puck
punch
on
each other
ice
in the face every once in a while.
Like I went to one hockey game. It was
awesome.
A Jackets game, and it was fantastic. I haven't been to one probably in like 10 years.
Yeah.
But that was fun. But yeah, to go to a football, I don't mind going to NFL games, college games, to the games. I don't mind it. It's fun. It's for me. But to actually be able to like relax and sit down, because you never get to sit down during one of those games.
No.
You literally have to stand up the whole fucking time.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing, being an Ohio State fan, of going to an Ohio State game and going, it's like the stadium really seats like maybe 100,000, but there's 108 in here.
Exactly. Squished.
Like, yeah, and you can't I want to watch the game.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the best part about it at home. But yeah, baseball, you're 100% right. I want to be at the park.
Yeah.
Be at the stadium.
Yeah. Football's a better product on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball is a better product in person.
Yeah.
Because it's just shit.
One, I'll use this example. I'll take, you take somebody that doesn't really typically go to somebody's first time at an NFL or a college game.
Yeah.
They're wondering, where's that yellow line for the first down?
Oh, that's crazy, isn't it? That they think that, you think somebody goes out there and paints that? Like, that's on TV.
Yeah, like, watch the chains. That's like, it's funny. Like, literally, you don't realize it. And I remember going to my first NFL game, and I'm probably 9, thinking the exact same thing. Well, I can't see where the first down is. And then it like clicked, like, oh shit, it's just like any other like high school game.
Yeah.
They're chains. You have to, it's hard to realize
to this level of, now you've probably never been to an Ohio State game before, but, I can't remember when they put the video board in.
I don't watch the video board.
I'm talking for replays.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was no replays.
Yeah.
Until, 2000, whatever, when they actually put a video board in. Of like, so you just watched the game.
Uh-huh.
And if you turned your head, tough shit.
Yeah, there's no replay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the last time I went to an Ohio State game, they lost. And it cost them a national championship.
Was that in...
It was in the 90s.
Ah, okay.
They lost to Michigan State. They were ranked number 1.
Oh.
It was in the John Cooper era.
Gotcha.
They'd never beat... he had a shit record versus Michigan.
Yeah. It's probably why he got fired.
One year they beat Michigan,
they lost
to Michigan State.
Yeah.
And they were, crazy best team in the country.
Yeah.
Michigan State just kept kicking field goals, and it just got up. Kind of like the last time they got beat by Michigan State. They bust that field goal at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, hockey wise, I haven't been to an NBA game since I was a kid.
I've never been to one.
I want to tell you, Grant Hill was a Detroit Piston last time I went. In Indianapolis, Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, the Duncan Dutchman.
I take that back completely. I've been to one NBA game. Pacers Magic.
There you go.
So
who was playing for the Magic, or did you just go to the game?
It was like 4 years ago.
Oh, so nobody.
Didn't
even know they existed anymore. I thought they canceled the team. Do you guys have uniforms and everything?
It was the last year Paul George played for the Pacers.
Oh, well, you've seen him.
Yeah. It was New Year's Day, and the Colts were terrible. And my stepbrother is a Colts fan. So me and a couple guys, we got Colts tickets. $12 for Colts tickets.
Yeah.
They were playing the Jaguars.
Indoor.
Literally meant nothing.
No.
So it means nothing. We go there. We park. When we go, you park. Well, I don't know when I say you. I mean, we park in the Pacers parking garage. Then you walk to the Indianapolis Stadium. It's like, I don't know, like 8 blocks or something. Yeah. We're walking to the stadium, and we see, the Magic and the Pacers play tonight. So one of the guys with me looks up tickets. Yeah, $8.
Yeah.
So we paid $20 for 2 professional games that day and watched both games.
That is a weird thing, is they talk about crazy ticket prices in the NBA. No, it's only if like you're watching Golden State or whoever LeBron's playing for. That's the only time they're expensive.
Yeah.
Now you sit courtside because the NBA... I think the NBA has control over ticket prices when you get courtside.
Yeah, probably.
And they don't budge on those. I mean,
But we sat at half court.
Yeah.
Probably 20 rows, 25 rows up.
I mean, once when LeBron left Cleveland, you didn't go there for nothing.
No. Yeah, exactly.
They might pay you.
Hey, please come watch this game. But yeah, it was a great day. But that was the only time I've ever been to an NBA game.
And it's, different. I mean, I remember, that was back, I guess we'd be, because I was a kid. So that's mid-90s when Grant Hill came out.
Yeah.
So, because I'm thinking it's his rookie season.
Okay.
Even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of in the height of the Reggie Miller of, and you get that. A lot of people seen that from the Last Dance shit. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Reggie Miller.
How big would the Pacers have been?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was
Reggie Miller was a fucking man.
It was the Knicks, Pacers, and Bulls.
Yep.
That was just the deal. Mm-hmm. The 8 points in 6 seconds or whatever is fucking amazing.
It is. But
and that conversation he had, I heard him with Dan Patrick when they said, he just asked Reg, 100 3-pointers right now. How many you make? He's like, somebody guard me or I just out shooting? And he'd been retired for how long? He goes, just shooting in the gym. He goes, I don't know, 92.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
you're that confident.
Oh,
yeah.
Not even that confident.
Yeah.
It's probably right.
Yeah.
Of like, oh yeah, I do this for a living. If nobody's in my face, I'm making the shot.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
that's what I like to watch. You see some of the videos of like the team warming up for the Olympics, and then just like doing shooting stuff. Like they don't miss.
No,
they don't miss. Even some of the worst shooters don't miss because it's just that they're professionals. That's what they do. I mean, it's like people get. I mean, even before NFL games, like when Carson Palmer used to have the competition between the 3 quarterbacks, the barrels, and stuff, and like people are like, "Oh my god!" Like, that even the third stringer is hitting the barrel. You know what I'm saying?
They're
like
professionals.
They're professionals. They made it to the NFL. They're not some fucking idiot in the backyard trying to hit the goddamn barrel. They're professional guys.
Which that is one thing too of like, even in gameplay. Now I'm not talking about 3-pointers, but when there's a screw up on defense and somebody gets a wide open 15-footer in the NBA, how often do they miss that?
They rarely, never.
Rare.
Yes,
rare. It's like, oh, nobody's within 5 feet.
I was going in.
It.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just And I know a lot of people on the NBA side are like, well, it's because they don't try, they don't do. I think a lot of it's just they're so good.
Yeah.
It looks like they're not trying just because they're so good.
Yeah. You could say that probably about a couple players that just are like, fuck it, I'll go. I mean, I don't play defense, kind of that kind of attitude.
That was Carmelo.
Yeah, exactly.
He playing defense. Also never really won anything.
No.
So,
but yeah, it is. It just looks like, they're not trying, but probably because the other person's pretty fucking good that it's hard for them to. Yeah. But a lot of people have that aspect, look at it as, if I'm not up in your fucking face and I don't have like a look of intense that it just looks like you're not trying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some people just play defense. They don't have to be.
I don't see why he's doing this, man. Back when I played, I was third man off the bench on my JV team when I was a junior.
Yeah.
And when I got in there, I slapped the floor.
Yeah.
Shot my feet.
Got my ass real low. Nobody could get around me.
No.
Nobody. Except for everybody. Except for everybody. Yeah.
I didn't tell you we were playing a zone, so nobody got around me. I was the back middle in a 2-3. Nobody beat me to the rim.
Nobody.
That NHL, kind of a weird thing of they had a vote that they had a vote and it passed to continue talking.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't feel like you needed to release that.
No.
And I don't feel like you needed to have a vote on that.
I feel like it's okay.
I assume it was something that they had to just because
player-based.
Legally, they have to show that they had a meeting. But then they, the guy came out, said, this is what we're looking to do, have a couple of host cities. This is kind of what a playoff format would look like.
Yeah.
Like 24 teams
Something
or whatever.
Like that. They look fun.
Like, awesome.
Yeah, they look fun.
And then I listened to a hockey guy, and he goes, well, yeah, it looks good. He goes, but, I mean, it's one thing, but we don't know a date. We don't know the host cities, when it would start, when it would end.
Yeah.
Of like, so like he put something out there that got everybody a little like, hey, here's something, because we'll watch it because we don't have sports. But then it was like, oh, well, nobody knows. He didn't say anything.
Well, the thing that I find funny with that is how are they going to do the series? Are the first, like, is it one and done? Or are you going to have a best of three? Is it going to be a best of three? Or is it going to be, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I think your teams that make are kind of they're kind of they get their buys. And the outskirts of it's like maybe a 3-game series.
Yeah.
Just to see who gets kind of a tournament to get into the tournament, kind of like those fucking play-in games.
Yeah.
And they didn't really.
That's what I'm wondering.
That
like it should be like the I don't know, what do you want to say? Like the last seeds should just be a one and done. And then as you get in closer, then you can kind of expand it to a 3-game, a 5-game, and then like your championship game can be 7 if you want it to be. But that's why the NBA playoffs suck so bad, because it's fucking best of 7 the whole time.
The whole time. Of like,
goddamn.
Hey. And you have to have a day off between every game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, this one went 7 games. That was 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Those other teams swept, but they just have to sit here and wait. Like,
fucking dumb.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
It is dumb.
You're playing 3 games in the same city. What do you need days off for? You're not traveling.
No.
And those days off, a lot of them, back when they used to have to take trains and shit, you find on a private jet. Not that travel is bad. I mean, you know, it beats you up, but
like,
come on,
3 days in the same city and you want a day off in between? Why? I mean, it's a day off. You probably didn't do a goddamn thing. That was probably you probably came in, shot around, and then went home. Or went back to the hotel.
Maybe talked about a game plan a little bit, but
that's it.
Probably not.
No, I mean, just can play the game.
Yeah, let's go.
God damn.
Like, well, the finals start in June. It's like, well, hopefully they end by July.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's one of NBA's problems too. Is like their finals, they push too long with that format of the playoffs. They push into June of like, I mean, I've lost like it's nice out.
Yeah, exactly. I've lost interest.
And your games don't start till 10 o'clock at fucking night.
I know.
Like, Jesus.
God damn.
I think I need to be a West Coaster. I don't want to live in California though, but for sports it'd be awesome.
It would be.
Because I just need that time zone.
Yeah.
Like,
man, wake up and watch NFL games.
Wake up in the morning and NFL's on at like 10.
Yeah.
Hey,
this is awesome.
Monday Night Football's on at 5.
Yes.
You watch the whole game.
Yeah, and still have a nice
it's
night
9 o'clock.
Sleep. Go to bed like a normal person. I hate it. I hate the opening weekend because of the time schedule. Denver always has the late Monday night game, the opening weekend. They've had it for like 8 straight years.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch it, but it's just like, fuck, I want to go to bed.
Yeah. That's I can't tell you the last time I watched a whole Monday night game.
I typically watch, unless it's my team, I go to bed at halftime.
Yeah. I don't even know. I mean, because obviously I have a job that still starts at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Of like, it's not happening. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some reports, speaking of scheduling and games and stuff, I've been reading a lot of stuff about the the NFL. The owners are prepping for a full season.
It's one of the owners came out, and I can't remember which owner it was, said, we're going to play a full season.
Mm-hmm.
It's just whether or not, it's just how involved the fans are.
Yeah.
That's
really it.
I mean, because they're already opening up facilities in the, the NHL and the NBA. Yep. They're talking about trying to schedule stuff. The NBA, baseball's trying to do something. It's like, well, they're already opening up facilities. Well, camps and shit don't open until August. So
exactly.
They have plenty of time. They're going to play. It's just how many people are in the stadium.
Yep. Which, I mean, that's
they're
awesome.
Different because their TV deal is big boy money.
Big
boy money.
Yeah. So they're definitely going to want to have a full fucking season, especially after this whole new contract thing all this new deal went down. So
plus, I mean, that's the one thing those players got to look at of, hey, they need fans.
Yeah.
Because that salary cap's going to get chopped if you lose the ticket sales.
Yep.
I mean, what a lot of people are saying is like, well, how come WWE's laying off so many people? It's like, well, they have any ticket sales.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're on TV, but there's a live gate is kind of a big deal.
And it's on USA.
Wrestling.
And it's on USA.
On Fox, man.
Is it on
big
Fox?
Time now.
Oh.
I don't. They ran a bunch of ads on on the internet, so they always pop up, like on YouTube ads.
Gotcha.
Like, Now on Fox.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, because they don't do. I don't even know if they have pay-per-views anymore, or if you just have to buy like the WWE TV. Because the pay-per-view model is kind of dead. But boxing and the UFC use it.
Like when I was a kid, I watched like the Monday Night Raws or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I watched that, but I always was like, people are fucking stupid to pay pay-per-view money.
Yeah.
Like to watch a wrestling match.
Dude, we used to do that. We'd have a group of friends, like especially for the Royal Rumble.
You okay?
This is like 30 guys or whatever that's in that. And you put money in.
Mm-hmm.
And you just draw a number out of the hat. And that's who you get.
Yeah.
So even though it's like it's a scripted, you don't know, but you don't know the order of which people are coming out. So you pull number 8.
Yeah.
Is it going to be an actual guy that's on the roster or some fuck up that they're like, hey, we brought in Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
Can he win it? No.
There should be an age limit on wrestling. Not the wrestler itself, but the fan.
The fan.
I know way too many adults who still enjoy watching WWE.
I think it's okay.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. At the end of the day, it's a soap opera for guys.
I get
That's
it.
what it is.
I mean, I get it.
I mean,
I don't know.
But
maybe
the problem is they don't have. They had that era. With The Rock and Stone Cold and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have those guys.
No, like, even John Cena was huge. Like,
he was huge, but it was like,
Yeah, I mean,
you're not The Rock, and you're not Stone Cold, and you're not, I mean, they just kind of had that core group of like, hey, they wrote really good storylines for guys that are legitimately superstars. Like, they're,
When they keep having to bring people back, that's when you know that's, like, your characters aren't good anymore. Like, The Undertaker's still wrestling.
Yeah, and he's 87 years old.
I mean, like, you got
Ric Flair for crying out loud.
Goddamn, like, maybe just make better stars, now. Like, I can't tell you, like, I know maybe like 2 wrestlers that are of this day and age.
You got me beat.
That aren't still, or I'm saying that aren't from like when I was a kid or like when you were growing up and seeing the wrestlers.
I don't, I couldn't tell you. But that's one thing too, of like, they can control the outcome, but you can't make the fans like them. I mean,
Yeah.
Like, at some point in time, you're either The Rock. Because he was, I mean, it took a long time before he went big.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just.
But his persona.
You can either cut a promo and look cool doing it. Like, you could say all the shit that The Rock would say in one of his promos.
Exactly.
Well, you're not him. It's
That's what
funny,
I'm saying. Exactly.
But it's not as cool.
His intro and promo and stuff like that was just unbeatable.
Yeah.
I mean, Stone Cold had his because he was a badass redneck.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And then his name was Stone Cold. Like, that's a badass fucking name. The Rock. You don't get much better than that. Like, those are badass names.
And
like
Stone Cold, it was because I'd read the guy, Mick Foley, his book. Because I will watch that, and I haven't watched any of that Beyond the Dark Side of the Mat or whatever it is. It's like I think it's on Vice. It's kind of like a behind the scenes wrestling documentary series.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of like, because those guys live hard lives. I mean, like 200 and some days traveling.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of drugs, a lot of drinking, a lot of fighting, a lot of fucking. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
So the stories are interesting on the, going to a new city every night and you're a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But, so when I read his book, he talked about Steve Austin of like, he was about to get cut from the WWE because it just, it's like, you shaved head, black trunks.
What do you got?
We can't sell it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of it was something about like he's fighting Jake the Snake, and his angle was being like a Bible thumper.
And
Stone Cold beat him and then said, the
John
talk your John 3:16. Well, Austin, and he just said that, and it just kind of clicked. Of like, he's like,
Austin 3:16 is going to whoop your ass.
Hey, we're giving you a push here, and if this doesn't work, you're gone.
Gone. Well, even like those big names are the names that you think of, and then you have guys like like Kane and The Undertaker, and even Goldberg was a badass. Like, he was a big fucker. And then, who else might think? Like Rey Mysterio. I don't even know if he still fucking wrestles anymore, but like he was a good one to watch with his mask and shit, like.
Yeah, it's just was able to have stars.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, though, podcast-wise, like Stone Cold's podcast is pretty good.
Yeah.
He didn't do a video aspect of for sure do that. I mean, because I want to see that.
Yeah,
And that one show that he, Stone Cold's Island, or I think that's on like WWE Network. Of
it was on CMT.
Yeah, but I don't think it is anymore.
Okay. It was a good show.
It was a good show.
It was a good show.
Don't put it on the place where nobody's going to fucking see it. Damn it, Vince.
Yeah.
Not paying for that shit.
Mm-mm.
But listening to the podcast when they get, wrestlers that came up, through the local and through the, just listening to the stories.
Yeah.
Because, you're showing up at some civic center and it's a fucking shit show.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of these guys, as they're coming up, it's like you're not wrestling for one organization. There's 30 promoters that you may know and go, hey, you want to travel to here? We'll pick, And the one was at Al Snow, who actually happens to be from our town.
Yeah.
He told a story about fighting it. They called him, offered it because he had a little bit of a name, but wasn't on TV yet.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in, he says, the promoter and his son run the event. Well, they're also the tag team champions.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, that's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
And they're at like this civic center that's got like a highly polished concrete floor.
Okay.
That's kind of the... And this guy's gimmick is he's kind of a cowboy because everybody's got to be a cowboy.
Yeah.
And he's going to ride a horse to the ring.
Oh.
And he said, Al said he got done with his match and he knew it wasn't going to go well.
Yeah.
Just because, he's like, they're just these people that they're doing it so they can get all the rub.
Yeah.
And fuck everybody else. He goes, so I sat on a chair. Usually I just get my money and leave. He says, so I got on a chair to watch this main event.
Yeah.
He said that guy got on that horse, comes out from behind the curtain. The crowd cheers.
Yeah.
Spooks the horse. Highly polished concrete.
Slips.
Horse starts slipping.
Oh, God.
Can't gain its balance. Throws him off. The horse ends up falling down. Gets up and is spooked and shits everywhere.
Oh, God.
They never even got to the ring. It's like, and it was over.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But,
I went to Honda Day one year. Went to a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, I think Batista and Randy Orton were there. Those are about like the big names that I can really remember that were wrestling at the time. But yeah.
Last one I went to just happened to be one of those small ones in town just because a buddy of mine wrestled.
Oh, okay.
And he was in one of those, what do they call those strap matches where it's like the 15-foot leather and they're bound.
Oh, yeah.
Like a belt.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, both guys are going to take their turn getting beat by it.
Yeah.
And I knew when he broke character, because obviously you're getting hit with a belt.
Yeah.
But if you take it in the center of the back, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, there stings.
Yeah.
But the guy that was whipping him, when he goes to pull back to swing it, the loop kind of flips over and kind of make almost not a knot, but kind of a knot. And he swung and it hit him in the back, but that knot came around and bull whipped his rib cage.
Oh, God.
And you hear that smack and you just hit, and Bob just goes, I can't remember what his ring name was. But as soon as that happened, he just goes, ah, shit. It's like, that was real.
Yeah. That was. That's funny.
Boy, we just spent a lot of time talking about fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
Got no listeners now.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
I did see UFC-wise, Ariel Helwani tweeted that out about the Conor McGregor Kamaru Usman thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome if that happens.
Yeah.
But I've seen that tweet.
And I haven't seen anything else.
Pretty good about that shit. Nothing.
Haven't seen anything else.
Seen anything.
No. I did see where, I only know this because I follow her on Instagram, where that Paige Van Zandt, I know she's not very good, but she's getting a fight sometime soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta get some titties out there. Yeah. She's been posing naked with her husband the whole quarantine.
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
But
I guess does he fight? He fights Bellator.
He fights for Bellator.
Yeah, he's
pretty damn good.
Good. Yeah.
I mean,
so I know he won a few weeks ago just because I follow them. But yeah,
it's he's a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably end up in the UFC at some point. That's kind of the
start with Bellator.
You kind of start and end your career with Bellator.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way that goes. But yeah, that usually the way it goes as far as booking fights, like you'll on Twitter, because everything happens on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll see two fighters chirping at each other and start saying shit, and then they'll, it'll build up for like a week, and then it'll instantly get quiet.
Yep.
It's like, okay,
fight.
They're making that fight. They stop talking about each other because they don't want to give anything else away.
Yeah.
But that'd be awesome. I mean, because who the hell's Conor going to fight? Because he's got nobody lined up.
Nope. Whew, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. But that is still a weird thing, and that gets you back to the pay-per-view model of, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Get off pay-per-view.
Get off pay-per-view.
I'm going to pay $5, and then I got to pay $65.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
I'm not. I hope my friends are still listening. I just, have one of them buy it.
Yeah. Hey, you want to come hang out at your house that Saturday night?
The whole time, that last fight with Tony Ferguson and that one,
Gaethje.
I think the whole week I was like, anybody gonna watch the fight? And one I was like, yeah, we'll watch it, and I was like, okay. And then he had texted back later in the week, I don't think I'm gonna buy it. And then one of my other buddies was like, well, I'll buy it. And I'm like, yes, okay, cool. If I try to approach my wife and say, hey, can I buy this fight? She'll be like, yeah, how much is it? And then I have to tell her how much it is. Yeah, it's not gonna go well.
Well, that's one of those things of like, you just got to get a couple buddies, go, hey, chip in.
Mm-hmm.
Chip in.
Yeah.
You probably get that okayed.
Probably.
But, it's a tough, do I really want to, there's one fight on here because that's when it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
When they'd have so you put like Conner McGregor. Everybody wants to watch Conor.
Yeah.
And they'll make the rest of the main card is shit.
Sucks.
I don't want to see any of these fights.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Ferguson Gaethje one, awesome. They were
card.
all, world beaters.
Mm-hmm.
But the one, I think it's UFC 250. It's like the headline is Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
That fight's going to last 40 fucking seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's going to whoop the person's ass.
And there's nobody else on the card.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Are you going to, this seems like this one should be free.
Yeah.
This
seems like a Wednesday night one.
Sure shouldn't be paying for that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any much more about Fight Island either, except for, I think it'll be ready in June.
Yeah.
That'd be
that'd be cool if they fought on an island, wouldn't it?
I don't know that it's going to be any different.
I don't either, but it just
to watch it.
It reminds me of
they're not going to fight on the beach.
That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of the Enter the Dragon, like when they're fighting on the beach and stuff. Can Bruce Lee
think about that of like, they'll have some sort of facility.
Yeah,
because you're fighting on the beach. Okay, the sun. All right. Hey, the mat's 135 degrees. So if you get pinned,
you're burning.
You get submitted just because your back is blistered.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be worth a shit.
No.
And it'd suck because if they did that and you just got shitty fights and they'd put a really big fight there and be like, well, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Well, think about that Gaethje Ferguson fight with all the shit that happened in that. If they just kept running around because their feet were burning and they really could never throw any punches. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Gotta fight with shoes on.
That still goes. How tough is that Tony Ferguson?
God,
in fact, he never got knocked out.
Oh, my Lord. And he took some fucking shots. Yeah.
And that's a shocking thing is with that Gaethje guy. I heard he was on Rogan yesterday. Gaethje was of All-American Division I wrestler.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And he kind of came out and said, he goes, I do wrestle, you just don't see it. He goes, he said, but my skill set, he goes, I was an All-American because I'm a really good defensive wrestler. He says, I'm not a guy that's going to take people down for points. I'm going to reverse shit.
Gotcha.
He's like, well, that makes sense. Then you're not,
you're not going to shoot the legs
go flying
anybody.
in and get knee in the head.
Exactly.
Get guillotined right off the shit.
God damn it, I should have done it. Which it does make sense. That's now that he explains it, that makes a lot more sense.
But he never talked about it before. He's like, well, you're an All-American. For sure, take that guy down.
Yeah. Didn't have
I'm
to.
not great at it.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I waited for them to take me down, and then I just, pinned you then.
But,
which is almost... you could almost kind of say that's more impressive than being a shooter, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you are the way that you can position yourself and flip a pin on somebody else,
right?
That's really impressive because you're literally using. You don't know what they're going to do, but you have. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just to me, it seems more impressive to try to flip somebody who already has a mindset of what they're doing and getting out of it.
I want to say he said, I can't remember the guy's name. It's Jordan Burrow, I think, who's widely regarded as one of the greatest collegiate wrestlers ever.
Okay.
He wrestled him twice. And Jordan Burrow is one of those guys, like, nobody stops his takedowns.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. And he did for like 2.5 periods. Like
really?
He stuffed like 6 or 7 takedown attempts.
Oh.
And then he just got, I think he cracked a sternum or something like that. And it was like,
Jesus.
And then in the second match, he same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and that's like nobody stops Jordan Burrow.
Yeah.
So that makes sense that nobody really attempts. That's why the Khabib fight is so...
Yeah.
Because Khabib takes people down.
Yeah.
Well, if Jordan Burrow couldn't take him down, maybe you can't.
Can't take him down. Yeah, I want to see that one.
They'll fuck it up. The UFC will fuck it up somehow.
Probably.
The weird thing is Gaethje and Khabib had the same manager.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Can't you just like call the guy? I mean, yeah, it seems like he could just talk to both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the fight. You fought for an that's like, everybody's like, well, if they make that fight, it's like, then what does the interim title mean?
It means nothing.
Because Tony's won it twice.
Yeah.
And it's yet to get a unification fight. If somehow Gaethje ends up fighting McGregor, or if McGregor slides in to fight Khabib, then what the fuck was going on?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, dumb
sons of bitches.
Fuckers. Fuck you, Dana
Make
White.
that shit right. Come on, Dana.
Come on,
prick.
Your name's Dana.
Yeah.
Come on.
Said you were a boxer, but you weren't great. And I don't think any other sports are.
I haven't heard anything else.
Well, the Australian rules football starts in like a couple weeks.
Oh, I don't care.
Nobody does.
Hey, the Premier League starts soon.
It'd be a live sport, but it comes on like 4 o'clock in the morning because it's in Australia.
Gotta set the alarm.
It's kind of a cool sport. They used to play back in the day. They used to, when ESPN2 first came out, those would, that's kind of what you would get. You'd get Australian rules football, and you'd get like fucking bowling and shit. It's actually kind of a lot of shit happening. A lot of guys getting beat to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not rugby, but it's rugby-like.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Australian guys hitting the shit out of each other.
Yes.
Might be something to watch.
Might be.
For anything else, because probably not watch any baseball.
Probably not.
And if you are, it's going to be with a bunch of guys that shouldn't be playing on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to bring up all the minor leaguers.
That's a weird thing, though. Those minor leaguers, if they cross that line, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
When shit comes back, good luck.
Yeah, because you're not going to get your spot back on your minor league team.
Nope.
Not at all. You're going to get cut. Exactly.
Yeah, because kind of a weird thing, too, is because the organizations, a lot of them don't own their minor league teams. Somebody, locally owns it, and they just have a contract affiliation.
Yep. It'd be tough. It doesn't seem like it should be this difficult,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like it should be, but apparently it is.
Yeah, it's money.
Yeah.
Got to take care of that cheddar. Or what did it say? Take care of your chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
Is that
Marshawn? Yeah, take care of your chicken.
You boys ain't taking care of your chicken. I don't know why this reminded me of it, because I showed a video today of a guy got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
He broke into a bank.
Okay.
All right. Didn't rob it.
Okay.
He's using the microwave to cook a Hot Pocket. They interviewed the fucking guy after he got arrested.
Yeah.
He's in handcuffs, and they're talking to him.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't cover the story good enough to, did he bring the Hot Pockets with him?
Yeah.
And just need the microwave?
Yeah.
Or did he find him in the freezer?
Yeah.
And just decided to have a Hot Pocket?
So there was nobody in the bank?
It was nighttime.
Oh, he
broke in. And they have surveillance. All he did was really kind of hid a little bit in the kitchen area and was using the microwave to make a Hot Pocket. But they asked him,
Yeah.
you broke in just to have a Hot Pocket? He's like, yeah. A Hot Pocket? Yeah. And he goes, well, you're handcuffed. You're going to jail. Was it worth it? He goes, for a Hot Pocket? Shit, yeah. I'm like, I'm going to tell you what, if Hot Pocket's not paying this guy's bail, and say, hey, can we use these clips?
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's going to jail for fucking Hot Pocket.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
Like, I don't know why. It's just the way my head works. Of my immediate question was, did he bring the Hot Pocket with him?
That's what my first question was, too.
Or was he just like breaking in to get some food and found the Hot Pockets in the freezer and goes, kind of need this now? Which how Hot Pockets work.
Yeah.
When you see one, like you never wanted a Hot Pocket,
no.
but when you see one, you want one.
When it's convenient.
Yeah, I'll take one of them.
I'll take one of those.
My first thought was he's going to microwave the son of a bitch, and he's going to break it open and throw that cheese filling all over the safe, and it's going to burn right through it, and they'll get right in. Get right in.
Or just throw it as it's frozen, and it'll go right through it. Yeah.
Man, I can't tell. It's been so long since I've had a Hot Pocket.
I can't tell you the last time I've had one. I really can't. Because, I mean, you talk about just white trash foods. That's the top of the list, and I don't know why. It's awesome,
I'm going to tell you what, if there's one on this table right now, I'd eat it.
Yeah.
I'd burn the fuck out of myself. And wouldn't be able to. That's why they do it that way, so it's scalding hot, so you burn all your taste buds off. You can't really taste that it's not a pizza flavor.
Yeah. It's like,
But
it's either like that hot or still fucking frozen in the middle.
What are you? Okay, now that you mentioned that, I mean, you're gonna need to throw some white trash meals out there if that's at the top of the list. I mean, what?
Fried bologna.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
I love fried bologna.
Fried bologna every once in a while is pretty good.
I love fried
bologna. Now it sits like a lead ball in your stomach.
Oh, I'm not saying I hate those meals. I'm saying when I think of white trash meals, that's one of the things I think of.
So Hot Pockets, fried bologna.
Got me off guard here.
Well, I mean, you said top of the list. I just assumed that you had one.
Not on hand, but I mean, fried bologna sandwich and a Hot Pocket, that's up there. What else do I want? I'm trying to think of the things that I still eat that are white trash. Vienna sausages.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I mean, that's one of the things. When I growing up, we didn't have, obviously not the most, wealthy of parents that I had. Great people. They, we have money, but still.
Yeah, do what you do.
My father and I's football snack was buttered saltines and Vienna sausages. That was the snack for a football game on a Sunday. That's what we would get. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, white trash.
Never had any summer sausage, huh? Like a normal.
No, exactly. We had Vienna sausages, like a cold fucking hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, literally like a bologna-shaped tube, and that was the snack. A lot of it just seems to be around the bologna thing, because ours was, I don't know if it's white trashy, because it involves Doritos, but it's like a bologna sandwich with cheese, some mustard.
Yeah.
And you have like nacho Doritos, the nacho flavor.
Yeah.
And like like the spicy, like the little cans of Frito cheese that you can buy. Yeah. And you dip the Doritos in that.
If you got a little can of Frito cheese, that's typically a white trashy meal.
Yeah.
I mean, when you
good as shit though.
We called them ghetto nachos.
And we're being lenient calling it cheese.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ghetto nachos. You take Doritos, you sprinkle some sprinkled cheese on top of them, you throw them in the microwave. Boom, ghetto nachos.
That's one thing too, because it was big on the walking taco thing.
Yeah.
Of like, it was like, well, that's a little white trash. I was like, no, I think that's more of a bougie kind of. People feel like it's white trashy, but it's not.
Because you went into a lot of time to prep that.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah, but those, I mean, like Spam, white trashy.
I've never had Spam.
It's not the best.
Just can't.
It's not the. I've only had it fried, and it's disgusting. I mean,
I had a fried Spam sandwich.
It's pretty much it. Those would be
couldn't
up
afford
there.
the bologna.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same price. I mean,
man. But yeah, those would be like bologna, Hot Pockets. What else?
Obviously, pizza rolls are phenomenal.
Pizza rolls are phenomenal, but they're getting expensive to where it's not white trashy anymore. Anything you get at a gas station. Gas station burritos, they're fantastic. I love them.
Tell you what, some of the gas stations putting in okay restaurants now.
They are.
I mean,
they are.
The little pizzas and
Casey's.
shit like that.
Casey's is fantastic. It is. It's really
just
good.
go in there and grab a slice of pizza. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. They have it on display, and I look like a fucking asshole.
Can you go get me that?
I walked up, and it's in the display case.
Yeah.
Turn an eye. I'm going to grab a slice. And I didn't notice that they had it taped shut. I almost pulled the whole thing off the fucking counter. Just assuming that the door is heavy. Because you have to assume that every door you enter is heavy.
You have to pull it open.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because, you look like an asshole if it is a heavy door and you thought it was a light door.
Yeah.
So I had to pull it. It was taped. I thought I was. And it's like, you have this on display, but I have to have
permission.
Can you come over
and can you cut this piece of tape and then put a new one back on?
And that's the one that always gets me. And it's a gas station thing. You go in to get a drink or whatever. There's one person working behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else in the store, just you. Walk in and, hey, morning. Hey, good morning to you. Walk over, grab my drink, and then they walk in the back.
Yeah.
Like, and then I have to wait. I'm like, hey,
I'm not shopping.
The fuck are you? You acknowledged that I was here. We talked.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm not shopping in here. I'm just grabbing something. This is it.
A minute.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like another more of a white trashy. I wouldn't call it a meal. I call it more of a snack.
Tater tots.
Yeah. Tater tots.
What you was
that
say?
Was exactly what I was going to say.
I don't know why, but it just
bing. That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, tater tots they're the white trashy potato. They are,
and I'll tell you right now, I do not like tater tots. It's almost.
I can't remember the last time I had a tater tot.
Yeah, it's the same way with hash brown, like a McDonald's hash brown, because basically it's just a flat tater tot.
Yeah,
nah.
Sloppy Joe is a white trash meal to me.
I'll eat some sloppy, and I'm not a huge Sloppy Joe fan.
I will tell you how my family called it Sloppy Joe.
Okay,
but they used cream of mushroom soup.
Oh.
And mushrooms.
It was white?
Yeah, like they made, there was two kinds of Sloppy Joe.
Oh.
You had the man-wish kind, like the good kind, and then you had ground beef with cream of mushroom soup in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was the esque of a Sloppy Joe.
Weird.
Yeah, for sure weird.
I guess I did get white trashy. I ran through the Dairy Queen. It was just kind of like, every place was busy and they didn't have a line. It was like, just get a foot long or something. And that's a sloppy dog or whatever they call it with Sloppy Joe on a foot long hot dog with some mustard.
It's delicious. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love all of these foods we're talking about.
I mean, that's the other thing. You can't call that white trash because it's at a Dairy Queen. It's expensive as shit.
Exactly. It's like $12 for this.
Like 38 cents worth of product here, but you charged me.
Yeah. That's the Sloppy Joe's another one for me. Is the white trashy kind of meal.
Like Sloppy Joe's, I'm okay. Like, I'll eat them. I have nothing against them.
I don't like a Sloppy Joe sandwich.
I'm more of a shredded chicken guy.
Okay. I'm not. I like a Sloppy Joe sandwich, but I like to add my Sloppy Joe on top of things like a hot dog or nachos or something of that nature.
You like to use Sloppy Joe's condiment.
Pretty much. Yeah. Almost like a coney sauce kind of thing.
Yeah. Which kind of. Same thing.
Pretty much. A little less runny.
Yeah, it's less runny. It has a whole different flavor. But,
yeah.
But, same. Same. I rank it with mustard.
Yeah. Yeah. But those are some white trash meals. Combos are a white trash snack.
You know what? I was almost going to mention combos,
Really?
and I fucking love some pizza combos, man.
I love combos, but that's a white trash. They're they're like less than $1 at a gas station for a pack of combos. I mean, literally, it's just like 95 cents on the bag.
Yeah.
That is white trash.
I'll tell you what, it gets a lot of traction. I've never been a Pringles guy, though.
Oh, really?
I don't really care for them.
I mean,
I'd rather just have a chip.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. I get more.
Well, they don't taste. They don't taste as bad for you as a chip does, which is what
that's what the chip's
goodness
for.
is.
Yeah, I guess.
I never cared for sour cream and vinegar either.
I like sour cream and onion.
Or the salt and vinegar. I like sour cream and onion or the salt and vinegar.
See, I don't mind salt and vinegar. And my wife likes the pickle chips. And literally all it is like salt and vinegar chips with some pickle flavoring. Like that's all it is.
Well, fried pickles. Is that on the list? And I'm okay with a fried pickle. I can't, I can eat a couple, but then it's just...
A fried pickled chip is fantastic.
Yeah.
A fried spear, get it the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's too much pickle. It's just disgusting.
We're not talking, we're talking white trash, not psychopaths.
Okay, yeah.
I
wouldn't, I don't know.
like a deep fried cock looking thing.
I don't know. I wouldn't consider that a white trash meal. I don't know why. I just wouldn't.
Yeah,
mozzarella sticks, to me, kind of a white trash meal.
Okay with the mozzarella stick.
They're fantastic. See,
Bosco sticks are the shit, man.
They're awesome. I mean, goddamn, they're good.
They're high end.
They're high end for sure.
High end.
I mean, yeah, when you stuff pepperoni and cheese into some bread, that's high end shit.
And
right
then
there.
maybe throw some nacho cheese dip in.
Hell yeah,
because that's better.
Yes, that makes everything better. Yeah, I don't know. That's a big list that I can create just in my head right there. But
back on the food subject, just another clip I watched today was the interview with. Remember the guy that was keeping those girls prisoner in his basement?
Yeah,
in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and the guy that, like, his next door neighbor heard the girl screaming. That's how it got found out.
Yeah,
the interview with the neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Is talking, about how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things said, he goes, she's yelling. We got in the door. I was able to get the door broken in. She came out and came running at me to hug me or something. And he goes, I knew something must have been wrong because this little white girl was running to a black guy. And it just usually that only means if either you got some problems or something like that. I'm like, whoa. And then he started talking about the kidnapper guy.
Yeah.
He goes, he was just unassuming, like we knew each other. He'd go out, work on a motorcycle, go back in his house. He goes, sometimes we'd be, cooking outside, and he's like, we'd come over, we just eat some ribs and listen to salsa music. And I'm like, and when he said that, I went, what the fuck? That doesn't mix of like
ribs and salsa music.
Salsa music of like, I mean, you got to connect your food with your music choice. I mean, not listening to country music, eating sushi.
No, exactly.
I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't. That is weird.
Not listening to country music at all.
That is weird.
Yeah, but he just
salsa,
and salsa
ribs
music.
and salsa music.
Huh. Okay,
that's odd.
Gonna think rap, but I don't want to be racist. I mean, made a prejudgment, and I look like an asshole.
Oh God.
Shit, man. Yeah, I can't think of any other white trash stuff.
Not off the top of my head.
Sunflower seeds. I've seen people almost make meals out of those.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what? I find trail mix and stuff like that white trashy.
I do, but they made their own thing that is so fucking expensive that
you can't afford it.
And this is some like cheap nuts and seeds. You threw some raisins in them.
Yeah,
and not M&Ms.
No,
they're knockoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
I always love that too. Hey, there's some trail mix. It's healthy. Fucking M&Ms in it.
Yeah,
how is that healthy?
Are those chocolate chips in there?
And then the a little bit of chocolate's good for you. Doctors say it's good for you. It's like, that's bullshit too. Because I was listening. The guy was on Rogan. The guy who wrote that article, wrote it as a bullshit article to see if it would take off, and it did. Because that's people like us, like, well, doctor said, a little bit of chocolate every day is actually healthy for you.
Yeah.
So all of it.
Yeah, especially if I, kind of just eat it all in one day and be good for the week.
We got this big bar, this giant sized bar is like, or that like the Reese's cup serves two.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 cups. It's for one person.
It's for one person. I hate
Who
that.
The fuck is 2 servings?
Who's sharing?
2 servings.
Hey, you want one of my Reese cups? Like, that's nobody says that. Can I have a bite of your Snickers?
Yeah. No.
It pisses me off. The king size Snicker is 2 separate bars.
Oh, it's not one anymore?
No, it's not one anymore.
Well, that's bullshit.
It's horseshit. It's not a king size Snickers. You just put.
You want to feel like you got your hand around a big chocolate
Exactly.
cock.
That's exactly what I want to feel like. I hate it. I feel like I'm getting cheated.
Like 2 small ones that you have to double fist. Yeah. The fuck out of here with that.
Stupid.
What are we making porn?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Grow up, Snickers.
Yeah.
Mars. I think it's Mars. I don't know who owns Snickers.
I don't give a fuck. Get it together.
I think Mars owns almost every candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Pork rinds, super white trash.
Love them though.
They're fantastic. I love pork rinds. Yes, wonderful meal.
And beef jerky, man.
Yeah,
that's the bad thing. You can't say that because it's like
beef jerky's expensive.
Here's 3 pieces of beef jerky. That'd be $19.
Exactly.
The fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, pork rinds I would say is up there with white trash.
Oh,
yeah.
Really white trash. They used to make microwavable pork rinds.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It's like popcorn.
Nice.
They just came in a little pack and they popped up.
God.
I don't know. I assume it gave people cancer because doesn't seem. I understand the popcorn getting heated in popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't understand that you've made these little pellets that pop into a pork rind. I don't feel like that's something that's very natural.
For some reason, too, anything that I have to add water to cook seems white trashy to me.
Ramen noodles,
kind
of college-y.
Cups of mac and cheese.
Tell you what, I like some ramen noodle though.
I'm not a ramen noodle fan.
No,
nope. I don't know why.
I don't know why they got taken over by that cup of noodles.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking white trashy, man. Like when we were kids, it was the ramen noodles in like a cellophane package. It was just like a brick.
Yeah.
That you threw it in. Not
we have the brick ones. Not
these
in the
fancy
house.
cup of noodles thing.
No, it's a brick of noodles that get
I'm
thrown
okay
in.
with the ramen.
Yeah, and that's probably the only white trashy food that I've named that I don't really like.
I mean, you'll eat it.
For some reason, if I'm thinking of white trashy things, I'm thinking mayonnaise.
and I hate mayonnaise.
I like mayonnaise.
Hate it.
Like mayonnaise, but that's one of the things that I think is like kind of white trashy.
What bothers me, and I know we talked about this, I'm a mustard guy on a hot dog.
Yeah. Put mayonnaise on a hot dog.
I've worked in the golf business for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the first half of my career was spent inside, so pro shops. So I cooked and sold a lot of fucking hot dogs on the golf course. And somebody that only mayonnaise only on a hot dog is like,
that's odd.
First of all, that is disgusting. Second of all, it looks like you're getting a facial from the thing you're eating. It's like, come all over it.
Yeah. I mean, I do like mayonnaise, but it seems like a white trashy kind of condiment.
Well, and it's because I don't. I mean, I'll eat it like you go through a drive-through. Say if you go to Burger King, you get fucking mayonnaise. Yeah, because that's just
what they put on it.
It's like, well, you can order it your way. If you don't want it on there, order it that way. It's like, well, but then I got to sit at the drive-through for 95 minutes because for some reason,
the mayonnaise guy doesn't know what to do. You mean I don't scrape it on there? I'll just skip this one and come back to it.
I hate that it's like it's mandatory, but like I'll eat it, but I don't. I don't want it.
Yeah,
that was the other one, like the on the fast food side. I think we talked about that before. Like McDonald's now making your quarter pounder fresh.
Yeah, what were you doing before?
Man. No. Well, yeah, but they cook them up and they pull them out of their little tray and throw it on there. And now there's like, no, we cook it when you order. It's like, well, there's no way I'm here.
Yeah, I want fast food.
I want to go.
Yeah,
I don't want to wait. Like if I wanted to wait for a burger, I'd go across the street to that place that makes burgers
for their job,
like as their job, not just Can people
fuck everything up?
Understand why they don't get on my schedule.
God, they need to listen to us. We'd help them out so much. I mean,
why the fuck's your ice cream machine always down, McDonald's?
Yeah.
You ever get an ice cream there? Machine's down. Okay.
Is it always
you guys make like multiple millions of dollars at every location per year. Maybe get a second one.
Yeah.
So you could.
We get a backup. And it's got to be the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I've talked to somebody that's worked there. They every so many hours they have to clean it.
And they don't?
And when they don't feel like cleaning it, they just shut it down.
Gotcha.
So it's when like the big wig's not there.
Yeah.
But they sit in the cleaning process like 40 minutes.
Okay. Got to clean out all the...
Well, if you're going to do this every 5 hours, maybe you should have a second one.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ever wanted to sell some ice cream.
Yeah. But it seems like they're doing okay on burgers and fries.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine. But I always reminds me of that the Twitter account for Wendy's is fucking savage.
Yeah.
I mean, when McDonald's Twitter, they tried to post a picture and the link was broken.
Yeah.
And Wendy's screen grabbed it and tweeted out, "Hey, your Twitter works almost as good as your ice cream machines."
Yeah.
I mean, just
brilliant. Brilliant. Well, like when IHOP came out and said that they're going to change their name to like iBurger or something like that, or something, IHOB, House of Burgers. It was like,
yeah.
They're like, oh man, he goes, you guys going to get your burger from a place that deemed pancakes too hard to make or something like that? Like that's hilarious.
They're doing it right.
Yeah.
I mean, they do Twitter right.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of people don't.
No. A lot of people use it as a like marketing tool. Well, people think funny things, they're going to look at funny things.
Yeah.
Either it's gross or funny.
Yeah.
Put those two out there and you're going to get a bunch of people to like it.
And most of the time it's shocking.
Yeah.
To be funny, it's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
And they say funny shit, but it's also got the shock factor that this is coming from like a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah, it is.
Or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're Fortune. I doubt they are, but
I don't know.
they're big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. That little redheaded bitch is slinging burgers all over this great land.
It is.
It's okay. I'm not a big Wendy's fan.
Mm.
They
have a good chicken sandwich. Spicy chicken
they have
sandwich.
The best chicken sandwich. The spicy chicken nuggets. When they took those off the menu,
yeah, it was stupid.
I don't know what you're doing. But as far as fast food wise, because we don't get Chick-fil-A, but they have the best chicken sandwich and the best chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
because McDonald's, fuck off with your chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I don't even know what's in that.
Well, not chicken. Yeah. Chicken beaks.
Chicken beaks.
Round up chicken beaks.
Yeah. Chicken of the cave. Chicken of the rail
yard. Is that where the virus came from? Chicken of the oh, shit, man. I think on that note, it's about time to end this thing because we've talked about food for a while. Please, somebody play some sports.
God damn, we need to talk about something.
This is getting tough.
We talked about wrestling.
Next week, I'll tell the story about when I pissed my pants. Actually, I do have a story about like pee-wee baseball or whatever.
Peach pants?
I didn't pee my pants, but, hit a ground ball trying to leg it out the first, and it was one of those ones where, like, every other step I had, like, farting.
Oh, nice.
Like, I farted down the line, then to get over there, and, not thinking that everybody's like, do you think I was going to make you run faster? Like,
everybody
you heard that? Apparently it was.
Hey, like, man, whatever gets you going. Nice.
Yeah, it didn't help. I still got thrown out. All right, man.
Whiteside.